So, one big thing in yesterday's stream was a lot of people like, why is Joe Burrow on the sideline yelling at Zach Taylor? Now, realistically speaking, I think everybody looked at that and said, well, I mean, he has reasons, but like, what's the reasoning here, right? It was a weird out of nowhere type scenario, especially because Joe Burrow. Now, if you looked at Joe Burrow throughout the game, you could tell that man was livid. He seemed very much pissed off. But again, with us winning most of the game, it was like, why is he pissed off? The thing about Joe is a true competitor, like to the highest degree possible. Meaning when he throws interceptions, he doesn't like it. When there's penalties and stupid stuff happen, he doesn't like it. Okay? He realizes he's the captain of this team and he controls this team. And, you know, in the past, he hasn't been as vocal. Just hasn't been. As of recently, he has been so much more vocal. And this is kind of just going with that. So what he had to say about the situation, he said, I was just frustrated in the day we had. It was too sloppy, too many penalties. I had too many turnovers. It was a frustrating day on offense. And yeah, honestly, I definitely agree with him. Now, again, the fumbles, man, the fumbles are killing us. I'll be honest, like, you know, slippery hands Joe here, Butterfingers Joe here gotta chill on that. Although I think that one fumble he did have he was down by contact, in my opinion. But still, like, that's definitely a little bit of an issue. Is, you know, you got to hold on to the football. You got to hold on to the football. If you take a sack, getting the offensive line, it's their fault in the end here. And I think that also probably went to his anger here, was just the offensive line absolutely sucking and not helping him out at all. Again, it's like a combination, I feel like, of everything. Offensive line sucked. You know, Devin Cochran just could not block to save his life. Obviously, some of the play calls yesterday weren't really the greatest. And again, both interceptions that happened were on Joe 100%. But both of them happened because Joe got hit as he threw the ball, which again did not help. Obviously, again, both of them on Joe, but that leads to the interception. You throw the ball, and as you're throwing it, you get absolutely smashed. You're going to not be as accurate as you would want to, right? And you can see right here, he was not happy with it. And, you know, rightfully so. We're, a couple weeks ago, we were the least penalized team in the NFL. And while, yes, we're not disciplined in certain categories, when it comes to penalties, usually we are very disciplined in it. But it seems like it was just not working in our favor today. We had way too many penalties. Gave up a huge touchdown on a pass interference call that, let's be honest, did not exist. We had holding calls. We had way too many false start calls. Like, to say the least, we had way too many. It was just not a good game. The referees called everything. I gotta say one thing, man. They definitely had a great conversation with Vegas after this game because they did a job. They did a job. But again, you know, I think it's a combination of everything too. At the end of the day, Joe is frustrating with this season, and I think he's not going to say that, but I think that's also the God's honest truth here, is he's frustrated with this season. We're all frustrated with this season. You know, this is a team that we thought we were going to go 12-5, 13-4, and we're not, right? And we're in a situation where we don't want to be in, which is we have a little to zero chance to actually make the playoffs. We can still make it. It's just very, very difficult. And, you know, you're going to have that frustration levels, and it's going to peak up throughout these games because, again, you know, it's just stupid stuff that you can't afford to happen in these games. And stupid penalties and just all-around messes. So, across the board, again, like I said, I'm very much understand Joe on this point of view. He's a competitor. He wants to win, and he's tired of just good enough. He's tired of mediocre football, you know, and this is exactly what we need. This is exactly what we need from you, Joe. We need to be vocal. We need you to step up and say, hey, this is not okay. We're not accepting this bullcrap on repeat and saying it's good enough, because it's not. And finally, we got Joe Burrow going to fluff off on Zach Taylor, which, yeah, we'll see how that what that turns into. But hopefully, we continue that, because get some accountability here, right, Zach? Accountability. That's the word. It's the word for the day, man. Accountability. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.